Hello my friends, this is alien contactee Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video. And as you can see, I'm in the beautiful Hallstatt, Austria. Let's show our viewers what we're looking at here. Oh yeah, that's some beautiful mountains there, my friends. And you know, this is right by Salzburg, Austria. We were just in Salzburg, Austria, where I just recorded that music video on my page. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, today's video, I just want to wish you guys, a happy new year, 2025. But with that being said, is it really a happy new year, January 1st, 2025? Well, my friends, there's a lot of evidence to show that today really isn't the New Year's. What we're looking at right now, my friends. There's a lot of evidence to show that there's a lot of lies, a lot of deception going around about why they switched that up, okay, my friends? And today's video is going to be brief. Well, it's actually going to be long, but my talking part is going to be brief because there's tourists all over the place. But I just wanted to show you some of that lie, some of that deception, and what the true first day of the year may be. So, a lot of what we've heard is all lies and deception, right? And there's even evidence to show that, we're not even in the year we're in. So I want to start off with showing you a clip about even the year we're in being off. So take a look.
We are not in 2024.
The word month comes from moon, because a month is a 28-day lunar cycle. 365 divided by 28 is 13. We have 13 lunar cycles every year. Where is the missing month?
This is where it gets crazy. We don't know what year we are truly in, people.
The fluids in our body are in cycle with the moon. That's why women have a menstruation cycle every 28 days. The ancients would never eat anything on a full moon, and they would do rituals. Maybe they did this to keep us out of sync with the celestial bodies, because they hold influence over our consciousness.
That's right, my friends. So I wanted to show you that just to show you how there used to be 13 months in a year, right? So what year are we even in? And when does the true new year even begin? Okay, so there's two different theories. A lot of people say the true first day of the year is April 1st because, April Fool's Day, and that's why you're the fool, because that's why they have that holiday. They're saying you're a fool since you're celebrating New Year's on the January 1st, right? So I'm going to show you a video with that theory. Take a look.
Origins of the pagan holiday April Fool's Day and the New Year celebration in January. Our ancestors during a certain years of slavery were still celebrating the month of Abib, the real New Year's, which is in spring, the ending of March and the beginning of April, based off the new moon. April Fool's dates back to the year 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. In the Julian calendar, as in the Hindu calendar, the new year began with the spring equinox around April 1st. People who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st, and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st, became the butt of jokes and hoaxes and were called April Fools. These pranks included having paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as poisson d'avril, April fish, said to symbolize a young, easily caught fish and a gullible person. Ask yourself, how is there new beginnings in the month of January, in the middle of the dead winter where there are no new plant or tree growth in the winter? New Year's means new beginnings, like all the crops and trees grow new in the spring. The month Abib/Nisan means ear of corn of crops. This is the month when Moses marched the Israelites out of ancient Egypt. Bible proof and references. Exodus 12 verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months, it shall be the first month of the year to you. Exodus 13:4, this day came ye out in the month Abib. Deuteronomy 16:1, observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God, for in the month of Abib the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Esther 3:7 in the first month, that is, the month Abib/Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pur, that is, the lot, before him, and from day to day, and from month to month to the 12th month, that is, the month Adar. Adar is the 12th month of the year off the Bible calendar, which is so-called February.
Did you know that the reason April Fool's Day is celebrated April 1st is because in the 1700s they decided to move the new year from springtime to wintertime. Back then, they celebrated the new year as April 1st. And when they changed it to the wintertime, January 1st, people that were in tune with nature still celebrated the new year as April 1st. And those people became known as fools, or it was called April Fool's Day. So basically, anyone that still followed natural time was considered to be a fool. Remind you of anything else? So just think about that tomorrow and ask yourself, so who really is the fool? Somebody who follows nature or someone who says the new year begins in wintertime?
There you go, my friends. So very interesting stuff, right? Makes total sense about, first day of the year would be springtime. Things are blooming, not in the dead of winter. No, no, no. That's just a winter solstice celebration. The whole Christmas time and all that, and New Year's on January 1st. It's all related to the winter solstice. So it makes sense the beginning of the new year would be uh, more so in March or April time. They're saying April 1st, but what I truly believe, if you want to know what old Lionel believes is the first day of the true year, I'm looking more towards the spring equinox, my friends, which would be March 20th, March 21st, March 19th, somewhere around there, okay? So I got a very interesting video, and this is a long video to show you guys, talking about why it could possibly be March 21st or March 20th, somewhere in that area. And they're even going to talk about old Jesus and when was Jesus really born, right? Because, they're trying to tell us it's December 25th, and we know that's a bunch of hogwash, right? That's just a winter solstice date, and there's a lot of evidence to show he was not born then. That's more related to Nimrod. With that being said, this guy's going to imply that Jesus was possibly born on the spring equinox instead, which is very interesting. I had to point this out because you guys know my views if you've been following me for quite some time, and I'm a strong believer that old Baron Trump, you guys know Baron Trump, is the Antichrist himself, okay? Strong believer in that. I do believe that Jesus Christ was the Antichrist of his time as well, and I believe he's a reincarnating shapeshifter who's a trickster, deceiver, comes and plays the hero character at the end of every cycle, and I believe his next incarnation is going to be Baron Trump. I believe full-heartedly that's who the Antichrist is. I made that video right there. I urge you guys to check that out. Link will be down in the description. But it's very interesting because if Jesus was born on the equinox, as you'll see in the video I'm about to show you, well, guess when Baron Trump was born? That's right, on the equinox. I always knew that was very fishy. So if this is the same reincarnating person who's going to come in and deceive the world, get you sucked into the new simulation, Antichrist, thinking he's going to come save you, well, we already see what old Donald Trump is doing. Well, just wait. I'm pretty sure Baron, Jesus, Apollo, all those Enki, all the same character, and they always come in the spring solstice, okay, my friends, or spring equinox, whatever. So, enough of me yapping. I'm going to show you that video, but I just want to say, if you guys enjoy this content, please subscribe, and also be sure to hit the like button, do all that great stuff, and if you want to buy old Lionel a coffee for my effort so I can continue showing you places like this, well, the link to that will be down below in the description. We're going to Paris next. I'm going to have a lot of content in Paris. And then our next trip is South Africa, Cape Town. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys Africa. So if you'd like to help support the channel to make these videos possible, the link is down below in the description. And yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that final video now. And I'm going to go do some more exploring. So have a good New Year, my friends. And we'll catch you at the next video. Lionel, signing off.
This 1775 Bible shows that March is actually the first month of the year, and Sunday, yes, you heard right, is the first day of the week.
The first month of the year is March! Look at all the way to the end, guys. There's 13 months. 13 months! First day of the week, Sunday. Second day, Monday. Look at that. Seventh day or Sabbath, Saturday. This is the proof right here.
I've always been a curious soul, but not in the way you'd expect from scholars or historians. My explorations take place from the comfort of my own home, often late into the night, guided by the soft glow of my laptop screen. This is how I ended up watching a video by Mark Pyers on his channel, Mark Inspires. What I discovered there sent me straight down a rabbit hole. Mark presented an old Bible from 1775, and it wasn't the antiquity of the book that caught my attention, it was the content. According to this Bible, the first month of the year is March, and each week begins on a Sunday. I paused the video. Sunday as the first day? March as the first month? That's not what any calendar I've ever hung on my wall has shown. The curiosity in me sparked. I wondered, if what I was looking at was true, why did everything change? Who decided to flip the script and shift the months around? And why does it feel like we might be out of step with the rhythm that was once so ingrained in our culture that it was worth printing in the good book itself? It was like finding a piece in a puzzle that I didn't know was missing. The more I thought about it, the more questions arose. What if the holidays we celebrate, the ones we've been told were based on ancient traditions, were actually aligned with a different rhythm, one dictated by this forgotten calendar? Take Christmas, for instance, often said to be a rebranding of pagan festivities. If we were following this old system, where would that leave December 25th? Would it hold the same meaning if it didn't coincide with the winter solstice as neatly as it does now? Could this alternative arrangement of time affect not just holidays, but our everyday lives? I'm not an academic with a wall of degrees, but that night, I felt a responsibility to learn more. There was a sense that by understanding the past, by peeling back the layers of changes and adaptations, I might find something essential. Something about how we connect with the universe, with each other, and how we find our place within the cycles that govern our existence. And so, I began a journey, one not through dusty library shelves or ancient ruins, but through the digital realm of information, armed with a newfound determination. I was ready to see where this old Bible's tale would lead me and what it might reveal about the world we think we know so well. Discovering that Sunday might actually be the starting point of the week necessitates a serious reconsideration of cultural and religious norms. It presents the startling idea that the day we traditionally dedicate to rest and religious observance could indeed be Saturday. Such a perspective carries weighty implications for contemporary religious customs, hinting that widespread practices might not align with this historical viewpoint. Astrologically, the impact of such a shift cannot be understated. Each day's energies are traditionally tied to a celestial body, which, according to astrological systems, can influence human affairs. Misalignment between our constructed week and this celestial ordering might disrupt the intended flow of cosmic energies into daily life. For adherents of astrology, this calls into question the very foundation of their practice, suggesting a need for a thorough reassessment of how days and their corresponding planetary energies are observed and honored. This raises the fundamental question: who was it that altered the configuration of our week, thereby altering the fabric of our lives? The catalyst for such a change is not immediately evident. It may have been an incremental process influenced by the shifts in religious and secular authorities over the millennia, or it might have been an intentional move to distance contemporary practice from ancient traditions.
One of the things Constantine did was because he wanted the pagans to worship God, Jehovah, was he moved the day of worship to the day of the sun, which is why we now worship on Sunday, because Sunday became a pagan day.
One thing is clear: there seems to be a deliberate discrepancy between our current temporal structure and that of historical records, though the motivations behind this are still veiled in mystery. The departure from the calendrical structure as outlined in the 1775 Bible could imply that many facets of our daily existence are misaligned with both historical precedent and perhaps celestial design. This misalignment extends to significant dates of observance. The timing of festivities such as Christmas and Easter, for instance, might not truly reflect their original intent or season. Contemplating a realignment with this historic calendar suggests the possibility of returning to a way of life that is more authentic, perhaps closer to spiritual principles that have been overshadowed over time. It prompts us to consider whether a shift in observance to align with historical records could reconnect us to a spiritual authenticity that has been eroded. This discourse is not merely about adherence to religious rules or speculative astrological theories. It centers on our alignment with the natural and cosmic order that may predate contemporary calendars. Choosing to follow this route is about much more than date correction. It's a quest to uncover a harmony with the natural world that may have been lost. As we delve further into the contents of this ancient text, we have to wonder what further insights they may offer, and in what ways these could revolutionize our current understanding of time, spirituality, and our place within the cosmos. This exploration is not only fascinating, but has the potential to be profoundly life-altering. The 1775 Bible, which intriguingly outlines a calendar year starting with March and comprising 13 months, hints at a bygone era's intimate dance with the cosmos. This historical artifact opens a window to explore how our ancestors perceived time and its connection to cosmic energy and planetary alignments. Historically, calendars were not just tools for marking days, they were intricately linked to the movements of celestial bodies. This relationship was seen in the meticulous attention early civilizations paid to the skies. The enigmatic Stonehenge is a prehistoric testament to this, aligned with the solstices, points in the year that mark the sun's most extreme positions in the sky. In the context of the 1775 Bible, the shifted calendar may point to a forgotten alignment with natural cycles. If March marked the new year, it coincided with the vernal equinox, a time of balance when day and night are of equal length, symbolizing renewal and rebirth in many cultures. This could suggest a time when people were more in tune with the rhythms of nature, aligning their lives with the equinoxes and solstices which were critical to agricultural societies. The choice of a 13-month calendar could also reflect a closer alignment with lunar cycles. Traditional lunar calendars, used by cultures like the Hebrews, based their months on the moon's phases, resulting in a year of 12 or 13 months to maintain synchronicity with the solar year. This system is rooted in the observable energy shifts that accompany the transition from one lunar phase to another, which ancient peoples believed influenced agricultural and human cycles. Furthermore, planetary alignments have long been observed and respected. The 7-day week is an enduring legacy of such celestial considerations, with each day corresponding to one of the 7 classical planets known to the ancients. The 1775 Bible's depiction of Sunday as the week's first day underscores this connection, resonating with the sun's position of primacy in our solar system. The study of the calendar in the 1775 Bible might reveal more than a mere historical curiosity. It may uncover a lost understanding of time that honored cosmic energy more explicitly than our modern system. It opens questions about how this alignment affected societal behavior, religious observances, and the general worldview of the time. The blending of pagan traditions with Christian holidays is a topic that stirs much debate, especially when we delve into the origins of Christmas. To understand this amalgamation, we need to travel back to the early centuries of Christianity. It wasn't until the 4th century that the Church officially proclaimed December 25th as the birth date of Jesus, a date that conveniently coincided with the Roman festival of Saturnalia and the pagan celebration of the winter solstice. These festivals were times of merrymaking, social reversal, and, most importantly, celebrating the return of the sun, Saturnalia for the Romans and Yule for the Germanic peoples. The Church's decision to place Christmas during this festive period may have been strategic, easing the transition for converts by allowing them to continue their traditional celebrations, now under a Christian guise. But the question remains, was Jesus actually born on December 25th? Historical and scriptural evidence suggests otherwise. The Bible does not specify a date for Christ's birth, and some scholars point to clues that indicate a spring birth. Shepherds tending to their flocks, which they did during lambing season, a time quite distant from the chill of December. Moreover, the choice of date for Easter, which follows the lunar cycle and the Jewish Passover, reflects a more astronomical and scripturally grounded approach to determining a significant Christian event. Why, then, did Christmas break from this pattern? It seems that the early church fathers were less interested in historical accuracy and more in the symbolism of light overcoming darkness, aligning Christ's birth with the rebirth of the sun.
Well, another thing Constantine did was move the day of Jesus' birth to December, because Tammuz died on December 23rd. And it was believed, because Nimrod, his father, was a hunter, it was believed that Nimrod would be reborn in his son Tammuz. And his son Tammuz's birthday was December 25th. And what you would do on Tammuz's birthday was you would set up a tree. Deuteronomy 16:21. You shall not plant for yourself any tree as a wooden image near the altar which you build for yourself to the Lord your God. It was believed that in order for Tammuz to rise again as his son Nimrod, you'd have to go to the tree, you'd have to cut down a tree from the forest, and you'd have to put balls on it. And the balls were symbolic of testicles. The tree was symbolic of a phallus. Jeremiah chapter 10. Look what it says. Hear the word which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord. Do not learn the way of the Gentiles. Do not be dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the Gentiles are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are futile. For one cuts a tree from the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers so that it will not topple. I hate to bring you bad news.
The calendar delineated in the 1775 Bible, with its unconventional 13-month year beginning in March, invites us to revisit historical timelines and spiritual narratives. Among the most profound is the birth of Jesus, traditionally celebrated in December. However, if the ancient calendar were a more accurate measure, could it be that the nativity story unfolded in the spring? Such a shift is not merely a technical correction of dates, it proposes a re-examination of astrological and spiritual symbolism that has long been intertwined with the season of Jesus' birth. Spring, marked by the vernal equinox, is a time of renewal, where the earth awakens from the dormancy of winter. It's the season when lambs are born, which coincides with the historical account of shepherds watching their flocks by night, a detail supporting a springtime nativity. If Jesus was indeed born in the spring, the association with Aries, the ram, in the zodiac becomes intriguing. Aries, beginning in late March, is a sign often linked to leadership and new beginnings. Such a synchronization would weave Jesus' birth into the tapestry of astrological lore, presenting him as a figure heralding a new epoch, aligning with the symbol of the ram often associated with sacrifice and new initiatives in various mythologies. Exploring further, the spring equinox is a time when day and night are in perfect balance, which might symbolize the dual nature of Jesus as both human and divine. This natural harmony could provide a powerful allegory for the spiritual equilibrium he is said to bring. This repositioning of the nativity to spring could also influence the spiritual interpretation of biblical texts. For example, the light coming into the world gains a literal dimension as the days grow longer and the darkness of winter recedes. The themes of rebirth and resurrection, central to Christian doctrine, naturally align with the world's awakening in spring. Moreover, the implications for Easter, closely tied to the Jewish Passover, are significant. Rather than a wandering date with the Gregorian calendar, a springtime Christmas would closely precede Easter, linking Jesus' birth and resurrection even more tightly within the cycle of natural and spiritual rebirth. The hypothesis of a springtime nativity prompts a reevaluation of our understanding of one of Christianity's most sacred narratives. It invites believers and historians alike to ponder the relationship between celestial cycles and sacred events.